Hey there, my name is Pravus, welcome back to more Hearts of Iron 4 Führerreich, playing as the Deutsches Reich. As far as I'm concerned, for the most part we won the game, but there was one challenge that was remaining as of the last video, and that is the United States of America, who, weirdly enough, are strong enough that there's a chance they can outright beat me. I'm hoping not, though, because I'm actively pushing really hard against them right now, trying to grab as many of these oh-so-valuable victory points that I can get some of these absolutely crucial supply points, and even if they have a numbers advantage over me, maybe we can still win simply by better templates or something. I don't know. We're trying, though. I want to beat these guys. I don't feel like I have to, but I want to, and sometimes that's dang well good enough. I got a lot more troops that are getting up to this front line over here. We could try to halt their advance along the north. Not nearly as many troops over here as there used to be, which makes me think that the US must have pulled a lot more troops down this direction. We might be about to get hit. But the hope is that I might have managed to encircle at least like 30, 40 armies over here, and we can reduce him by a bit. But even after that, he technically does have more units than I do. So I'm a little concerned. US, very strong. But maybe, just maybe, we can still win? We're gonna try, dang it. We are going to try. Let's go ahead and bring these guys out. We're spread a little thin in a few different locations. So let's try to pull you back a little. And then the red line needs to pull back over here. There we go. This at least is a much more manageable front. We're pushing successfully through Washington State. I've taken a bit of a hit on my Navy, but so far we've mostly won a lot of engagements. We're also especially taking down random little convoys wherever I find them, which is the entire point of going for a lot of these subs. It's not just so you death stack subs, which are very likely to get detected in the first place. It's so you can also cut down a lot of the supplies they're getting to sustain their war machine. We are very close to being able to get over here into Washington, DC. If I can just pull that off, that would be huge. Huge, I tell you. But first things first, I need to clear this all out so I can have a large number of troops swap back over to this area. Then we make a push through Virginia and North Carolina and try to surround that capital. We're okay, we're still fighting a lot of navies and losing, but hopefully my subs aren't being stupid and they're having a chance to run here and there. So people want to join my wars, huh? You know what, sure. You've got your friends down in Central and South America. I've got the entirety of Europe and a lot of other places besides. And actually, I'm just gonna ignore the rest of these because my allies will call the rest in eventually anyway. We need to bring a lot more of these naval dockyards to be able to do repairs so we can set our guys up a lot faster. And then, yeah, let's go ahead and start making some pushes. Take out their air bases, whatever I can get, right? So that they lose out on a lot of their supporting air power, which again allows me to focus fire my fighters elsewhere where they're gonna be needed, okay? But so far, this is going okay. I was really worried for a bit, but we've made a really strong front push. As long as we don't screw it up, I think we might be able to somehow win this. Lots of supply issues for the US down over here. What the heck? I don't know. Look at this. They're taking huge amounts of attrition in a lot of these areas. Is it because... I think it's because we actually interrupted the primary supply highway that they had going up through this area by getting around the capital. Ooh, all I need to do is get down here around Richmond, and I think they're screwed. I'm preventing most of their navies and convoys from shipping any goods away from the east down through the Panama Canal. All I need to do is surround the capital. This is the trick. This is what I need to do. Okay, Rommel, hi, bud, you, yes, you. New plan, we tighten you up first off, because you are spread all over the place. And then we say your new goal is to push down towards Charlotte. And all of you are assigned on this. Ignore what was going on up over here. My infantry will take care of the rest, I hope. But Rommel should be able to break through all of this, I think. What kind of new traits did you get, by the way? Panzer expert, armored defense, or mechanized defense. Blitz and encirclement, they're both good. Technically, my mechanized, I think, have higher defense than my tanks, I think. But you know what? As a matter of, like, principle, I'm gonna call him a panzer expert. It's Rommel, all right? Panzer experts, ahoy. This is how it go. Yo. All right. Okay. All right, okay. So we managed to encircle quite a few units around over here. Let's go ahead and finish these guys up around Augusta, then we'll hit you guys from multiple directions so we get reinforcement bonuses. That's a number of tanks that just went down right there. Perfect. Let's see if we can get you up over here. I needed to try and push these guys down a little bit more close to Boston. I am worried these guys are about to cause issues right here. If they push down to Hartford and join back up, I'm in trouble. So let's make sure that we push back on this quickly before he has a chance to do stuff I'm not gonna like. Because I think a lot of these troops are getting redeployed to different lines than I actually want them to. So yeah, let's just try to work our way around Boston. Whoa, 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 buddy, hey, whoa, no, motorized, you stay back, you're not allowed to be there. The good news is his motorized apparently are extremely weak and do not have the ability to stand up against my soft attack. Rommel, I think you're in position, go. All right, so I'm gonna let him do his thing. This is looking pretty good. I mean, that's a good amount of soft attack. That enough is, yeah, I mean, if they focus fire even a little bit, they're doing extra damage to their infantry, and they don't have enough soft attack to overcome my breakthrough, which means we can stay in the fight and continue doing damage for a while. My organization barely gets hit. Barely gets hit out of that arrangement. That's excellent. I am going for logistics companies. I think I'll go for maintenance companies and keep these tanks up and running. Don't forget, we have a whole new set of tanks that will be trained up and ready to go relatively soon. Though, truth be told, we may not need them soonish. Can I hit his tanks and win? The answer is yes. His tanks have terrible defense. Look at that breakthrough. 1,000 breakthrough. We barely get hit. It's so hard to do damage to me. My God, these tanks, dude. You know, I was worried that tanks were gonna be useless in No Step Back. But I'll be honest, if you use them right, I honestly think that the tanks are still just as valuable as they ever have been. They can be pretty darn good. You just can't have, like, 200 armies of them. That's the only real difference. Tanks are still solid. You just gotta be situational and careful. And if you can do that, you'll be fine. Let's go ahead and push down here toward Providence. Looks like we are managing to push into Boston. Thank you, infantry. They're doing their thing, man. They're doing their thing. What else do we want? Recon! More reconnaissance for better tactics for Rommel! To use the Blitz! German Blitz, German Thunder! As written by, who was it? Heine, I think? The German Thunder shall rise again, whatever it was. I don't know, some German poet. Apparently he's famous. Whatever, anyway. Yeah, can we get this? Yes. Can we push you up here to Duluth? I think the answer is yes. Look at that! Look at that! Oh, good. All that extra artillery is really starting to pay off. I got so much air experience, I have no idea what to do with all of it, by the way. Blue is gonna be getting spread a little thin, but we're pushing down pretty well toward San Francisco. How is the United States looking? So remember, we have 40% collaboration before I even got started on this. That's pretty nice. Why is the Indian state involved in this? Are they a puppet of the US? Weird, I don't know. But anyway, the point is, we don't have to get them down nearly as far in order to give them and make them give up. And all the territory we take is gonna start with a pretty high level of compliance, which is gonna be very, very, very useful for me. How compliant are they already? So far, not at all. But they will be. Don't, I mean, unless they got broken in like this not expansion, in this mod for some reason. I mean, maybe. I don't know. How's my Navy doing? We've lost a lot of subs. I've had to combine some of these navies, and they're taking a lot of damage. Let's go for a higher chance of retreating. All of my navies, my subs are engaged in some form of fight along the East Coast. And we've lost a lot of them, but not all of them. So we're clearly holding out at least a bit against the US of A. Hey, can you guys push basically down along the river over here? Because if you can do this, that encircles the capital of Washington. And then the only thing that matters is preventing their convoys from going anywhere, and I can run roughshod all over the United States. They will have so little supply to work with that your number advantage suddenly becomes relatively useless now, doesn't it? Hey, look, a whole new set of tanks. Beautiful. I'm gonna take you. You'll do fine. Where do I want you to go? Great question. Answer? I think we send you up around Chicago and push you all the way down toward Texas and Louisiana. Because this is another great area where I'll be able to just push across a lot of his territory and make him cry. I hope. I mean, I'm pretty partial to making the AI cry, all right? I'm a bit vindictive in that way, but I take a personal sense of pleasure in the idea of the computer realizing their inevitable and hopeless defeat is approaching. Yeah, your motorized are weak, by the way. I know you've got some defense, but, like, they can't do a lot. Yeah, we can win that. Can you get down here, please? There we go. Mostly I'm having issues with supply, but the important thing is I hold on to all of this so he doesn't cut me off. And technically, we have now encircled Washington, DC. Okay, we've also cleared all of this out, so that's good. Can you guys possibly take on New York? And can you guys pin these guys down? If I can grab New York, that's a pretty big victory point for me. We've also trapped some of his tanks around Long Island, so they're all very dead. And then Newark is not going to be a great spot to fight, but who cares? All of you now can fight over here, and there we go, we burned through it. All I need to do is focus fire a bit. That's it. Oh, all of you, by the way, join up with Rommel. I need more tanks. Look at all the reinforcing vassals finally sending their troops over. Yeah, I didn't even call them in. I kind of forgot that I could have brought in like an extra like 100 armies or so against the United States, and maybe that would have sent things more obviously in my favor, and I had nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about in the first place. Probably. I don't know. But anyway, all right, so Rommel, you no longer need to be here. We need to change some of this up. Orange. Okay, tell you what. Purple, all of you are assigned to the Great Containment of Washington, DC. Orange, you support Rommel's advance along over there. Rommel, you can continue doing what you've been doing, but then I'm gonna have you basically push down through the south and to Florida. So the US is now 57% of the way towards capitulation. That's pretty good. Oh, let's also call on the rest of my allies for good measure. Okay, we've managed to almost take San Francisco. We definitely can though, hang on. All of you guys push through San Francisco. Also, these front lines are super goofy, so the sooner we take this, the sooner you all get back where I need you to be. Okay, how are we doing on air superiority? Terrible on the West Coast, pretty good on the East. They still have more fighters than me, and yet it says that I've managed to pull out air superiority. They got way more fighters than I do, but like I'm doing a lot of ground support here. My superiority is definitely better. I really don't know why. Is it just that my fighters are better? It must be. That's gotta be it. Well, they haven't managed to break through yet. It must be that like I just have technologically superior fighters. And I'm not even at my final form here. I can bring in a lot more if I so desire. I got another 4,000 fighters ready to go, 2,000 more naval bombers. I mean, heck, now that I control a lot of the air bases, technically I should just be bombing the ever-loving crap out of his navy, right? That's what we should be doing. Where are those naval bombers? Look at those heavy fighters. Tell you what, I'll grab the wrong version of heavy fighters, because who cares? It should automatically replenish itself with the right kind later. And let's just go ahead and get so many more naval bombers over here that anything that comes through here just gets nuked. Speaking of nukes, by the way, have we finished building any of our... Yes, we have built a lot of our nuclear reactors. We are 30 days away from being able to research the bomb. Oh, crap, he managed to rejoin his troops together. Ah! Everyone focus fire, take these guys back out. I don't know how they were able to take this, but they were. Get them, get that organization back low, thank you. Okay, there we go. Keep them separate, keep them safe. You guys push down this way, you guys reinforce, go down this way. I just need to build up a larger buffer between these states so I have nothing to worry about. And all of you get assigned over here, please ignore this. We're fine, we're fine, we're fine. Nothing to worry about. Rommel, all of your armies should be assigned here. There you go. Keep doing your thing. All right. And then you guys push here, you guys push here. I want to make sure I grab more air bases so I can easily get more control. These guys are surrounded. Finish them off, please. We actually have some shore bombardments, which are helping. Beautiful. There we go. Take that all out. We can hit his motorized. A single tank addition easily finishes that off. All right, and purple is just going to keep these guys contained. That's all the Americans have left over here. How are we doing on supply? Terribly, because the railroads that I need do not reach down here unless I can get through Indianapolis and everything around it. Okay, that gives me a goal. Now we take all of you and push down here. Also, we already have a whole load of tanks, a fresh new set of tanks ready to test their mettle around Indianapolis, and off they go. Look at them go! They're speedy, they're tanky, and they do a frick ton of damage. Now I control a railroad that once flipped will be able to connect up a supply point over here. I have at least supplies coming in through the coast here towards Charlotte, so we'll be fine eventually. Yeah, all I need to do is get my supply back under control and we've got this. Completely, totally, 100% got this. We have taken all of California and are now pushing in toward Arizona. Dude, we are sweeping around both sides of the US. This is going fantastically. Fantastically. Now, I know that they're making a push in from Alaska, but do I care? No. Do I care what they do up here in the tundra? I say tundra, I don't know. It's not really the tundra, but you get the idea. The answer is no, I don't care what they do. You guys go have fun. All right, if anything, I respect you more for it. We got more units. A whole new defensive army! What do I do with them? We send them down to Ireland, because I don't like that the Irish exist as independents. And I quickly start to justify a war goal against them so I can get the entirety of the British Isles under mine thumb. Oh my God. Dude, I was really worried, but actually we've totally got this. We have totally got this. Look at this. Who's worried about American numbers? You know? My intelligence must have been faulty. Well, no, it's not that faulty. They still got 200 armies. Nukes are on the way! Pretty soon I'll be able to have some fun with that too. Let's go ahead and research tactical bombers, so I'll be able to move on to jet bombers. Not that it's gonna matter. Obviously I'm doing fine without. Put you in charge, might as well. How are we doing over here in Washington? Are they still pretty well contained? Answer is yes. Rommel, you finished your front line. Tell you what, oh, Sweden? Sweden has invaded Florida. When the Swedes are in the tropical Florida Keys, you know something wonky just happened. All right, so the US can't be lasting that much longer. In fact, I think we can end the war. Question, Rommel, can you stop what you're doing real quick? Change of plans, come over here. Take Philadelphia, Baltimore, Washington, and Richmond, and Norfolk. Grab all of that, and they're done. Logistics company upgrades are obviously gonna make that a lot easier. We have supplies coming in, so we're actually managing to fight at pretty much full strength, so everything's looking solid there. I would like to control a railroad along here. Can you guys possibly push here? Can you guys push along the railroad like so, and we'll control all of these supply points. And I need you guys to push down here and then follow along the railroad. The magic railroad, I like that. That's a small encirclement, but most importantly, I'll have a whole load more supply to work with. Keep that all going, nice and strong. Rommel is in position. It is your time to shine! Schnell! Kill them all! And we just sit back and we watch Rommel have fun. Pushing in toward that Washington DC. I got a nuke! Aw, I don't have any strategic bombers in range. Aw, hang on. I don't need to nuke, I shouldn't nuke the capital of the US. I'm about to take it anyway. Never mind, there they go. I didn't even have a chance. All right, only 53,000 infantry equipment left. How much did you lose? I got some Sherman tanks. That's cool. A lot of weapon ones. You were out of a lot of equipment. How many factories did they have? Did anyone see? I didn't check. Also, by the way, I don't get to take all of his puppets, just Mexico and the US proper. But that's fine. I'm gonna take all Mexican states. Take that, pass once. Take all US states. And Dunsky. Ladies and gentlemen. Turkey. Once again, you create unacceptable levels of border guard. Kick from faction. The leader of a faction may not kick any member of the faction. That's a rule? For frick's sake! All right, well, Turkey has once again decided to screw with me. They took Ohio for the heck of it. Why? Why did they even get any war score? I don't know, whatever. The point is, the Deutsches Reich has managed to completely remove all of the major threats from the world. China may exist, but like, are we worried about them? Absolutely not. For some reason, I don't get to release the US as a puppet, but that's fine. Who's even worried about it? I win the game. Oh, we wanted to kill Ireland real quick. How long will it take? We're 2 months away from that. Just pretend in your head that I killed Ireland. Because obviously that's not going to be an issue. So let's take a look at our faction. Yep. Stahlspacht looking pretty good. Oh man, this is pretty fun. I mean, Germany is always fun to play, like in any mod. I mean, if it gets to go down like the World War II super industrial aggressive route at the beginning, Germany's always one of the best countries to play. It's fun, even if you are, in fact, very much the baddies. But I didn't have to worry about Mr. Mustache Man, so I feel like, even though I basically created a new one, I'm slightly morally absolved in the eyes of the internet. No, probably not. That's wishful thinking. The point is, though, we got to have a lot of fun with it. This is a pretty good mod. It's a lot like Kaiserreich, but not as in-depth, and yet it's just different enough from the real world that I had fun kind of re-exploring this nearly similar kind of ish universe to our own. I don't know. I love alternate history is all I can say. Even if the baddies get to win, I like alternate history because the little changes can have pretty profound impacts across the board. Like, I don't know, the US not joining the Allies and the Imperials keeping away and Italy betraying me. You know, it's fun. What does it change? Not an absolute ton. If anything, it makes it easier for me, but it's still fun to do. So I had fun with this. I hope you guys enjoyed this series. If you did, then of course I would ask that you hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, hit the notify bell. Oh my God, 1,500 factories. And I will see you guys next time.